EA Sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Woodside looks to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down with Moss, taken down at the 47-yard line. The Bengals sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Woodside to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And when you see a ranking like number 4 in the league against the pass, that's a testament to both their defensive coordinator and the general manager that crafted this unit, and now they're out executing.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Woodside. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Woodside. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Woodside. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They go play action with Hurts. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're
looking right side, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing here, Woodside. Looking deep here for Chase. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap. He's got a man, complete. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught. Smith. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First down, they stay with Moss on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. They'll run the screen with Moss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They're going to look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Down to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. And Chase will go in motion left. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and a couple. Hurts. Throw right side complete to Dotson. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the 25, here's a second down and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 75 yards. And the Eagles come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's the defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 30 yards. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And they... Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Battle. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's Browning. He'll drop this underneath the Moss. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Slot man moves right. Now Browning. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now the margin on that scoreboard, obviously for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard and trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Yeah, boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete. So 2nd and 10, third quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They'll run on third down with Brown, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. To throw, Browning. Open man, that's Renfro. And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Moss is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone.